Are you getting ready to take the Praxis 5551 Health Education exam? I can help. My name is Bob, and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. In this video, I'll walk you through everything that's on the test, how best to prepare, and my top test strategy tips. We'll make sure you're as ready as possible for the big day. All right, let's jump in. Praxis 5551 tests whether you have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to teach as a health education teacher and whether those qualifications meet national standards. In general, this test is for those looking to teach health education at a K through 12 level and have a degree or schooling in the subject. The Praxis 5551 is a 2-hour exam with 120 multiple choice questions. The test covers the following categories: health education as a discipline, consisting of 20 questions and taking up 16% of the exam; health promotion and prevention of injury and disease with 36 questions and 30% of the praxis; healthy relationships in mental and emotional health, consisting of 36 questions and 30% of the exam; community health and advocacy with 14 questions and 12% of the exam; and health education pedagogy also with 14 questions and 12% of the exam. Most of the selected response questions will have a single correct answer, but some of these multiple choice questions will have one or more correct answers. You can identify these questions by the phrase, "select all that apply." You'll also want to pay attention to questions that contain the words not, least, or except, because these usually are asking you to find answer choices that don't fit the question or are the odd ones out. Don't get fooled by some tricky wording. Some questions may also include elements like click and drag objects, and some with audio or video prompts. All that said, my first strategy tip is to aim for about 50 seconds per multiple choice question so you have a cushion for harder questions. My second strategy tip is related. Skip the selected response questions if they are taking a long time. You can always come back to them later on, but you don't want to spend all your time too early. Make sure to answer every question before you turn in your exam. And remember, if you've read the question multiple times, gone through your process of elimination, looked for all possible context clues, and still don't know what the right answer is, don't be afraid to guess. There's no penalty for guessing, and you have a 25% chance of getting the answer right. So now that we have covered the basics, now let's dive into some test specifics. Praxis 5551 examines your knowledge and competencies around working as a health ed teacher. It's suitable for those who want to obtain their teaching certification through demonstrated knowledge of pedagogical methods. On a related note here, here's my third study tip. If you have any prior formal education or advanced training in physical education, and especially if you have a previous degree in the field, be sure to draw upon that knowledge and review your material to prepare for Praxis 5551. The exam aligns with standards from the Society of Health and Physical Educators, as well as the Society for Public Health Education, so you'll need all the advantages you can get. All that said, let's now take a look at the 5 question categories. Health education as a discipline, the first category examines your understanding of major health behavior theories and ability to use health-related data through appropriate research methods. You'll need to prove that you can identify valid and reliable data sources and databases, as well as conduct assessments of school health needs. You may encounter questions about creating curricular and extracurricular programs tailored to student health needs, selecting appropriate educational materials, and coordinating resources to promote school health to professional, legal, and ethical practices regarding sensitive issues. Health promotion and prevention of injury and disease is the second category, and it'll test your knowledge of disease etiology, prevention practices, treatment, and management. You'll have to answer questions about chronic and communicable disease prevention, physical fitness and health-related fitness, nutrition, stress management, and coping skills. The third category, healthy relationships and mental and emotional health, assesses your understanding of factors that impact relationships and how decision-making skills affect those relationships. You'll also answer questions about psychosocial development throughout life stages, interpersonal communication, and skills that promote healthy interactions. Community health and advocacy, the fourth category, will examine your perspective on individual responsibility to society and the environment, laws and regulations governing health and safety, environmental health issues, consumer health issues, and valid sources of health information, products, and services. You'll also need to know about the various health careers available, the community health agencies available for assistance and referral, and the factors influencing decision-making in health policies and the content of school health education. Lastly, health education pedagogy will assess your understanding of the learning needs of individuals and diverse groups, how you plan sequential instruction using performance-based objectives, align your curriculum with national, state, and district standards, and implement effective methods, strategies, and techniques for instruction. One other note. While preparing for the exam, you might notice questions that aren't about the subjects per se. Rather, they're about the pedagogical task of teaching the subjects. This relates to my fourth study tip. When preparing for the exam, don't only memorize how to answer physical education questions, think critically about how you might teach these solutions in a classroom setting. The Praxis 5551 covers the full range of topics that physical education teachers need to be familiar with. So there's a lot to go over, and maybe it's been a while since you thought about psychosocial development. So what is the best way to prep? The official exam guide available on praxis.ets.org has a detailed list of topics on the exam, as well as discussion questions to get started. Look for the Praxis Study Companion Health Education 5551 PDF document. These questions help you think deeply about the topics and their applications in the classroom and ensure that you know them thoroughly. I recommend starting your prep with a full-length practice test. Study.com's test prep course offers multiple so that you can identify where you need to spend most of your study time. Don't worry about your score the first time around. You are just trying to figure out where you need to focus. Study.com will generate a study plan with top priorities for you. If you use other test prep materials, you may need to analyze your practice results manually. Watch lessons to review the topics in your study plan and do practice problems or make flashcards to transfer the material to your long-term memory. And take heed of my last study tip. Practice, practice, practice. There is no substitute for working through sample questions that mirror those that you will face on test day. Every practice question that you do is going to help you be that much more prepared. Need a concrete prep recommendation? I highly recommend Study.com's Praxis 5551 Health Education Prep course. It covers everything that I just went through, but in a ton more detail. The course, written and vetted by former teachers, also includes short-form videos for every relevant concept and a bank of high-quality practice questions with answer explanations. And what's more, users who complete the course have a 92% pass rate on the test. If this video helped you, check out the other videos in this and other series for more Praxis test prep. And please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when new teacher test prep content drops. Are there specific tests or questions that you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to circle back once you have passed your test so that we can all celebrate with you. Good luck.